Most people walk past small change without giving it a second thought. A coin drops into a jar, disappears into a drawer, or gets handed over at a store counter without anyone looking twice. But sometimes, hidden among the ordinary pieces of everyday currency, there are coins that carry stories far greater than their size. One of those coins is the 5 agorot from Israel, a modest denomination that, under the right circumstances, can become one of the most exciting discoveries a collector will ever make. The 5 agorot coin, issued in Israel as part of the modern decimal currency system, represents far more than its face value. Introduced after the establishment of the Israeli monetary structure and produced under the authority of the Bank of Israel, this small coin became a common part of daily life. Millions of people used it for routine purchases, bus fares, and market transactions. It was never designed to be glamorous. It was designed to circulate. That is what makes the rare versions so fascinating. Because while most 5 agorot coins are worth only their face value, certain editions, especially early mintages and unusual production errors, have become highly desirable in the world of numismatics. Collectors understand something the general public often does not. Rarity hides in the details. When the first series of these coins were struck, minting technology was efficient but not flawless. During production, small mistakes occasionally occurred. A die might shift slightly. A blank might be fed improperly. A strike might be slightly off-center. In mass production, these minor imperfections were usually caught and destroyed. But not always. A few slipped through quality control and entered circulation unnoticed. Those overlooked pieces are where the real story begins at a double strike, where the design appears faintly repeated. An off-center strike, where part of the design is shifted toward the edge. A rare die variety where lettering spacing differs slightly from standard issues. These are not obvious to someone casually glancing at a coin. They require careful inspection, magnification, and knowledge. But when identified and authenticated, they transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. Condition plays an equally powerful role. In coin collecting, preservation is everything. A coin that has never circulated, one that retains its original mint luster, sharp edges, and untouched surfaces, is dramatically more valuable than one that has been worn smooth by decades of handling. Even microscopic scratches can influence grading. Professional grading services evaluate coins under strict standards, assigning numerical scores that can significantly affect market value. For the 5 agorot, high-grade early examples are particularly sought after. Many coins from the earliest years were heavily circulated, making pristine specimens rare today. When collectors find one that appears almost untouched by time, competition intensifies. Another key factor is mintage numbers. Not every year was produced in equal quantity. Some years saw lower production runs due to economic adjustments, material changes, or policy decisions. When fewer coins are made, fewer survive. And when fewer survive, demand rises among serious collectors who aim to complete full-date sets. The historical context adds another layer of appeal. Coins are time capsules. Each 5 agorot coin reflects a specific period in Israel's economic development. It tells a story about trade, policy, and national growth. For many collectors, owning one is not simply about metal content or rarity. It is about preserving a fragment of national heritage. International interest has also grown over time. As global numismatic communities expanded through auctions and online marketplaces, collectors outside Israel began seeking rare Israeli coins to diversify their collections. This broadened demand created stronger competition for exceptional pieces. Auction houses have documented surprising results when rare varieties surface. What once passed through countless hands unnoticed can suddenly command intense bidding when properly identified and certified. Private collectors, investors, and dealers alike recognize that undervalued modern coins can sometimes outperform more traditionally famous antiques. There is also the psychology of discovery. Stories circulate of individuals finding rare coins in inherited collections, forgotten storage boxes, or old piggy banks. These stories fuel curiosity. People begin checking their change. They examine dates more closely. They look for irregularities. Most will find nothing unusual, but occasionally, someone discovers something remarkable. Authentication is critical in this space. As values rise, so does the risk of counterfeits or altered coins. Reputable grading institutions examine metal composition, strike consistency, and microscopic features to verify legitimacy. Only properly authenticated coins achieve top-tier market prices. Metal composition itself can matter. If certain production years used slightly different alloys due to supply conditions, those variations may become identifying markers for specialists. Even subtle shifts in weight can distinguish standard issues from rare anomalies. The design of the 5 Agorot coin contributes to its recognition. Its inscriptions, numeric value, and symbolic imagery reflect Israel's cultural and linguistic identity. For collectors, design clarity and strike sharpness are crucial indicators of quality. A fully struck design with crisp detail is far more desirable than one with faded or incomplete elements. Over decades, countless 5 Agorot coins were withdrawn from circulation as currency systems evolved. Some were melted down, others were discarded. Every reduction in surviving population increases the relative rarity of those remaining, particularly in high grade. Market timing also plays a role. Economic uncertainty often drives investors toward tangible assets, including rare coins. During such periods, demand can surge unexpectedly. Coins that were once considered minor collectibles may suddenly receive renewed attention. Serious collectors maintain detailed records, tracking population reports from grading companies. These reports reveal how many coins of a particular date and grade level exist. If only a handful are known in top condition, prices can rise dramatically. The thrill lies in possibility. Unlike many high-value collectibles that are obviously rare from the start, small denomination coins like the 5 Agorot were made to be ordinary. That means valuable examples can still be hiding in plain sight. Family collections are especially promising. Older generations often save coins without realizing their potential future value. Boxes stored for decades sometimes contain early mintages preserved far better than circulated examples. Cleaning, however, can destroy value. Many people mistakenly polish old coins to make them shine. In numismatics, original surface condition is essential. A cleaned coin, even if rare, often loses significant worth compared to an untouched specimen. Professional auctions have demonstrated how presentation and certification elevate perception. A well-documented coin with clear provenance commands more confidence among buyers. Transparency increases bidding strength. Some rare 5 Agorot coins have achieved impressive private sale prices when exceptional rarity, condition, and authentication align perfectly. These are not typical examples. They represent the absolute pinnacle of scarcity within the series. The difference between common and extraordinary can depend on details invisible without magnification. That is why experienced collectors use specialized tools, reference guides, and comparative analysis when evaluating coins. Education separates casual curiosity from serious collecting. Understanding mint years, die varieties, grading scales, and market demand transforms random searching into strategic investigation. As global interest in diverse numismatic markets continues to expand, coins once considered minor regional issues gain international recognition. Israeli coinage has steadily earned respect among world collectors, further strengthening demand for key rarities. Patience is vital. Rare coins do not appear every day, but history proves that overlooked treasures occasionally surface when least expected. What makes the story so captivating is scale. We are not discussing a massive gold bar or a centuries-old crown. We are discussing a small coin that once represented a tiny fraction of everyday purchasing power. Its transformation from spare change to collector's prize captures the imagination. Every time someone examines an old jar of coins, there is a moment of anticipation. Dates are checked, edges are inspected, designs are compared. Most searches end quickly, but sometimes a detail stands out. Perhaps the strike is slightly off-center. Perhaps the surface gleams with uncirculated brilliance. Perhaps the date corresponds to a low mintage year. And in that moment, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Collectors understand that value is never random. It emerges from rarity, condition, demand, and verified authenticity working together. When those elements align for a 5 agorot coin, results can be astonishing. The market for rare coins is driven by informed passion. It rewards research, patience, and attention to detail. It punishes haste and assumption. Knowledge is the most powerful tool a collector possesses. For those who already own older Israeli coins, careful evaluation may be worthwhile. For those new to the hobby, learning the fundamentals opens doors to unexpected discoveries that a coin small enough to overlook can carry decades of history. It can reflect economic transitions, minting evolution, and national identity. And in rare cases, it can carry extraordinary financial significance. While the majority of 5 agorot coins remain modest in value, the rarest authenticated specimens in top condition have reached remarkable private valuations and elite collector interest, with exceptional examples valued at $170,000.